merely a response. It was discipline forged into action, precision transformed into power, and resolve written across the skies. That defining chapter became known as Maarka-e-Haq. On 22nd April 2025 at 1400 hours in the northwestern mountainous region of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a locality bustling with attracting tourists. A premeditated false flag attack by the Indians was launched on their own innocent people, claiming 26 Indian lives. In a blink of an eye, without an iota of evidence, the Indian government started a disinformation campaign to build a flawed and false narrative against Pakistan.
With the greatest of respect to the judges, they will not take responsibility for the security situation. These are matters in which the governments and armies must be given a free hand.
Anticipating a possible misadventure, Chief of the Air Staff, Pakistan Air Force, activated a calibrated, multi-domain posture. His strategic foresight and commitment to ensure impregnable aerial defense of the motherland translated into a potent application of highest state of operational readiness, embedded seamless integration of multi-domain warfare assets. Chief of the Air Staff remained fully engaged, personally overseeing developments and directly briefing each member of his core team on the operational design and his strategic game plan. This was not a reactive deployment, but a deliberate positioning of all tiers of aerospace power. PAF's manned combat force on alert, unmanned systems for persistent surveillance, space-based assets for extended situational awareness, cyber units securing and probing the digital domain, integrated air defense systems layered for deterrence, and electronic warfare capabilities primed to dominate the spectrum. The objective was clear: maintain full spectrum awareness and be ready with a measured proportionate response to retain escalation control. This did not happen overnight. It was the strategic foresight of PAF leadership, who soon after assuming command of PAF envisioned how the future war between India and Pakistan would look like. Induction of niche technologies based on modern warfare parameters and their swift operationalization poised PAF to be ready for this moment through a network-centric enabled PAF's own homegrown kill chain, alongside the induction of cutting-edge fighter aircraft like J-10C, JF-17 Block 3, and air defense systems like HQ-9B. Each unit was seamlessly integrated into a multi-domain network of PAF. PAF elite fighter units, especially No. 15 Multi-Role Squadron, equipped with J-10C aircraft, were enabled and trained with a very aggressive mindset and killer instincts through exposure in complex, near-realistic combat scenarios to shoot down the enemy whenever called upon by the nation. Pakistan's armed forces stood forged as a single indomitable war-fighting machine, disciplined, cohesive, and relentlessly decisive. On land, vigilant formations of Pak Army under the astute leadership of Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir secured every frontier. At sea, guardians of the maritime domain denied hostile designs, whereas in the air, the sword and shield of the nation, Pakistan Air Force, rose with thunderous certainty. This was the power of jointness and synergy. Every movement connected, every domain aligned, every strike carrying the weight of a nation united. On the first anniversary of Maarka-e-Haq, every member of Pakistan Air Force renews a sacred pledge to remain vigilant in peace, to remain fearless in crisis, and to guard every horizon of the motherland. During Maarka-e-Haq, PAF Shohada wrote their names in the heavens with sacrifice, securing the honor of our nation. Their silence now echoes louder than thunder, a testament to duty fulfilled beyond fear, reiterating that the defense of Pakistan is inviolable. Its skies are secured by courage, its sovereignty is protected by sacrifice, its future is defended by those who stand watch in silence. And if any adversary again chooses misadventure, they will find Pakistan Armed Forces ready, united in command, steadfast in resolve, and decisive in response. Inshallah, Pakistani nation sleeps in peace only because its guardians remain awake. Pakistan Air Force, pride of the nation.
Being the fifth domain of PF's warfare doctrine, its cyber force secured digital infrastructure, communication networks, and remained actively involved in detecting and neutralizing hostile intrusions at any time. This was not just cyber application, this was decisive dominance in the digital battle space, and it continues.
आइए देखते हैं इसी हवाले से एक मोन्टाज जिसमें मार्का-ए-हक में पीएफ साइबर फोर्स के किरदार को उजागर किया गया है.
After the Pahalgam incident on May 7th and 8th, India crossed the line and conducted aerial strikes against Pakistan. But under the watchful eyes and visionary mind of Chief of the Air Staff, Pakistan Air Force, the engagement became the first ever manifestation of seamless cyber-integrated kinetic operations. Operation Divine Bites had begun. Operation Divine Bites demonstrated a defining reality of effect-based operations.
From power shutdowns in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir,
Coordination faltered. Response windows narrowed. Even command channels, surveillance systems, and digital media was interrupted at crucial moments, creating cross-domain effects. Chief of the Air Staff, Pakistan Air Force, has redefined the rules of engagement through unprecedented leadership, strategic vision, and an exceptional grasp on emerging threats. By conceiving and executing such a sophisticated operation, he has showcased technological superiority and the ability to anticipate and neutralize adversarial narratives. This was not coincidence, but a unified response executed in layers. The battlefield had expanded beyond land, air, and into networks, systems, and mines. PAF Cyber Force, developed under Chief of the Air Staff vision, is an embodiment of innovation, decisiveness, and adaptability, and it has shown tremendous results in this conflict. It is a result of his unmatched strategic acumen, which is setting a new benchmark for modern military commands. Under his exemplary leadership and foresight, PAF has evolved into a combat-ready cyber force that has been strategically transformed into cyber-integrated air power for shaping outcomes in an increasingly complex modern warfare. It is no longer just infrastructure, but a complete ecosystem with a rare blend of information exploitation. Wars are no longer just fought, they are written in code.
PF has a proud tradition of honoring its heroes for their feats of valor and supreme sacrifices. In continuance of the same spirit, I would now request Chief of the Air Staff to honor these heroes by awarding mementos to the families of martyrs and ghazis.
Squadron Leader Usman Yusuf Shaheed, Tamgha-e Basalat. Chief Tech Aurangzeb Shaheed. Senior Tech Najib Sultan Shaheed. Senior Tech Mubashir Javed Shaheed. Senior Tech Mohammad Ayaz Shaheed. Corporal Tech Farooq Ahmed.
Award of mementos to PF core teams. During Maarka-e-Haq, Operations Branch, led by Air Vice Marshal Aurangzeb Ahmed, ensured synchronized employment of air power across the battle space through meticulous mission planning and force allocation to achieve unified combat effects while preserving strategic flexibility and escalation dominance. PF's integrated air defense under the command of Air Officer Commanding Air Defense Command ensured enemy threats were detected, tracked, and neutralized in time as a unified architecture. It also enabled pinpoint standoff strikes against enemy assets using long-range vectors. Ladies and gentlemen, the Air Defense Team. PF's electronic warfare force orchestrated a spectrum-dominant battle space by deploying sophisticated electronic attack and protection measures, effectively degrading sensors, radars, and communication grids of the enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, the team of EW Force. Headed by Air Commodore Ataullah Zeib, PF cyber warriors had put in place a robust defensive cyber shield before the battle raged on our eastern border. Its synchronized campaign disrupted the adversary power sector, transportation, energy supply chain, and info infrastructure across critical networks, whereas PF's unmanned systems, killer drones, and loitering munitions changed the rules of engagement as they penetrated deep into enemy's territory. PF Space Force, though new in the field, enabled surveillance across the breadth and width of the adversary with real-time imagery. It proved as a force multiplier, tracking enemy deployments and ensuring no threat could hide from its piercing eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Space Force. Being the linchpin of multi-domain operations of PF, EW, Space, Cyber, and Unmanned Systems teams were directly guided by Chief of the Air Staff himself, which accrued desired strategic effects during Maarka-e-Haq. Besides these, Air Intelligence Team, led by then Director General AI, Air Marshal Mohammad Ehsanul Haq, created architecture for a coherent and accurate operational picture, ensuring information dominance by degrading the adversary's situational awareness. Ladies and gentlemen, the Air Intelligence Team.
अब मार्का-ए-हक में सितारे जुरत हासिल करने वाले शेर दिल शाहीनों को सरबराह पाक फिजाइया एजाज़ात से नवाजेंगे।
Wing Commander Bilal Raza, Sitar-e-Jurrat. Wing Commander Hamad Ibn Masood, Sitar-e-Jurrat. Squadron Leader Muhammad Yusuf Khan, Sitar-e-Jurrat. Squadron Leader Muhammad Usama Ishfaq, Sitar-e-Jurrat. Squadron Leader Muhammad Hassan Anis, Star-e Jurrat. Squadron Leader Talal Hassan, Star-e Jurrat. Squadron Leader Fida Muhammad Khan, Star-e Jurrat. Squadron Leader Muhammad Ashad Amir, Star-e Jurrat. Now, I would request Chief of the Air Staff to address the audience.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Principal Staff Officers, Honorable families of Shuhada, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is my profound privilege and honor to attend the first commemoration ceremony of Maarka-e-Haq. On this special occasion, I thank all the distinguished guests for joining us today. No doubt, the presence of Shuhada families and the war heroes make this event special and memorable for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, Operational Maarka-e-Haq has great significance in the history of Pakistan Air Force, as indeed our country. After the Pahalgam incident, India immediately blamed Pakistan without evidence and announced some immature and hasty measures which created hostile environment. On the other hand, the government of Pakistan and its leadership also condemned this incident and offered our full cooperation in its impartial investigation. However, considering the escalatory statement of Indian leadership and growing military hype, defense forces of Pakistan promptly undertook necessary safeguards with highest operational readiness. Immediately, Pakistan Air Force declared highest level of alert, enhancing full spectrum surveillance to ensure complete observation of enemy moves. Ladies and gentlemen, to thwart any hostile intent, Pakistan Air Force maintained a strong defensive counter-air posture through launching of multiple CAP day in and out. We also did time scrambles and round-the-clock surveillance through airborne early warning radar and through our integrated air defense system. Alongside, Pakistan Air Force deployed, integrated, and operationalized its multi-domain assets all across in shortest possible time to counter any aggression which was evident. IF transport fleet flew over 550 sorties to support large-scale forward deployments of its fleet and offensive weapon system, whereas Pakistan Air Force was observing each and every Indian Air Force move that was being undertaken. Indian Air Force effort to conceal its preparedness and asset were denied through bold counter moves by Pakistan Air Force. Pakistan Air Force undertook aggressive preparatory exercises and deployment in north, south, and center. Predominantly in first phase, we started to deploy towards south with an aim to, pull out the Indian aircraft which was, deployed somewhere in Ambala and Gwalior. And that was their main punch. I'm referring to the Rafale aircraft. While most of their aeroplanes like Su-30, Mirage 2000 were deployed starting from Srinagar, Avantipur, Ambala, Adampur, Jamnagar, Sirsa, Bathinda, Nalia, Bhuj, and all areas, except the Rafale aircraft, which was deployed initially in Hashimara, then moved to Ambala, and then subsequently this entire package was moved to Gwalior. And this was one of their tactics to, hide their main force. But because of the PF very aggressive posture toward the south and center, we managed to pull them, and then they started to deploy these aircraft from front to north to south areas. This forced the Indian Air Force to reconfigure and redeploy itself, therefore revealing their posture. At the same time, Pakistan Air Force concealed own deployments, strategy through deception, electronic emission, multiple redeployment, and unpredictable pattern of operation. This all ensured that the adversary remained oblivious of our plans. During this hostile buildup, Pakistan Air Force, being eyeball to eyeball with the adversary, maintained the highest state of readiness and continued to safeguard the aerial sovereignty of Pakistan. Till the wee hours of 7th May 2025, when enemy decided to launch his massive attack comprising multiple packages of high-tech aircraft all across our border from north to south. The move was picked up by Pakistan's cyber warriors much before it was detected by the traditional surveillance grid for Pakistan Air Force. Pakistan Air Force scrambled formation of J-10 and F-16 aircraft to form up strong defensive counter-air with backup of J-17 aircraft. PF Cyber Force launched its offensive targeting Indian communication hubs, power grids, and transport infrastructure, as you have seen in the montage also, causing massive power disruption in different Indian states and key military installation. Degradations of communication forced Indian Air Force to fall back on its SATCOM connectivity, especially towards the northern sector. This multi-domain interplay severely degraded Indian Air Force capability to operate as an integrated network force. What follows was the largest and longest BVR versus BVR engagement in the history of air combat. Despite being outnumbered, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan Air Force fought aggressively, denying enemy the opportunity to enter into our airspace. The enemy was compelled to stay at a distance from our borders. In desperation, Indian Air Force launched its weapon from a stand of ranges while staying within its own territory. Immediately, these high-speed projectiles were picked up by our sensors. And to the enemy utter surprise, Pakistan Air Force, in an unprecedented switch, turned its defensive posture into offensive posture. Pakistan Air Force valiant pilots started targeting enemy top-line fighter aircraft. Within minutes, multiple Rafale jet, Su-30 MKI, Mirage 2000, MiG-29, and multi-million-dollar unmanned system were shut down. This devastating blow shocked the enemy, and Indian Air Force was not seen in air for the remaining part of the conflict. When adversary resorted to other domains of unmanned system, it also met the same fate. Out of dozens drones launched on Pakistan, none was able to return home. Our killer drones, hypersonic missile, and long-range weapon struck 16 enemy air bases within a span of about 8 to 10 hours. Key military installation, BrahMos site, critical command and control center, and 2 of his prized S-400 battery was neutralized. While Indian Air Force was off the skies with complete air dominance, Pakistan Air Force continued pounding the enemy target all across. The adversary was shocked by the Pakistan Air Force aggressive attack, campaigns against its main bases, and key installation all across sectors. At the core of this success was Pakistan Air Force homegrown kill chain that seamlessly integrated all our operational element into single formidable force package. We employed the element of cyber, electronic warfare, and space along with long-range vectors, unmanned aerial system, killer drones, and loitering munitions. For the first time in the history of air warfare, PF conducted full-spectrum, multi-domain operation. The world was stunned to witness this superb execution of PF operation that were excellently choreographed and flawlessly executed. Thus, Pakistan Air Force strongly displayed its capability, resilience, and dominance in Maarka-e-Haq, upholding the glorious legacy being second to none. Certainly, this resounding success was the outcome of unified approach by all the elements of national power and above all, Allah's special blessing. Without any doubt, Pakistan Air Force could have gone further, but we exercised responsibility, mature and well-calibrated force application. Pakistan Air Force attacked many high-value and high-visibility targets. Its power and transport system was disrupted, critical operational installation crippled, most modern Rafale were shut down, and state-of-the-art S-400 battery was destroyed. The enemy was literally on its knees much before we could imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, what the world witnessed in May 2025 was not achieved overnight, but acquired through our transformative modernization undertaken within past 4 to 5 years. Accordingly, we realigned our operational doctrine, concept, and strategy, keeping in view the limited fiscal space and technological option. PF vigorously pursued a very aggressive, innovative, and practicable strategy of modernization. We inducted and operationalized numerous advanced combat and combat support capability along with niche technology in a record time. The smartly executed homegrown kill chain was developed under the ambit of newly established National Aerospace Science and Technology Park, commonly known as NASTAP. No doubt, establishment of this strategic setup of national significance has ensured that our indigenous process remain enduring and leading to robust defense mechanism. I would like to share with this esteemed gathering that the range of capability at NASTAP expanding at an unprecedented time frame. It is heartening that a host of indigenous projects are still in the pipeline that are being vigorously pursued following aggressive timelines. I salute each and every member of Pakistan Air Force for their professionalism and hard working during testing time. No doubt you fought aggressively in synergy with sister services, and the entire nation is proud of your courage and bravery. I also commend all branches of Pakistan Air Force for their outstanding contribution during Maarka-e-Haq. In particular, I appreciate the relentless effort of engineering branch that ensured high state of readiness for our platform and combat support system. Likewise, support branch worked tirelessly to ensure that every operational requirement was timely fulfilled all across and throughout. Administration branch spearheaded a numerous effort to support the deployment, ensuring that the PF personnel could operate in comfort with focus across all our bases and remote locations. Entire C4I branches deserve appreciation, which acted as a linchpin to networked and integrated employment of Pakistan Air Force. Our communication network and digital connectivity was redundant as well as resilient. It serves as a backbone for our integrated employment capability during operation. Security branch deserves special appreciation. Notwithstanding the prevailing challenging security situation, it ensured foolproof security of our bases, remote location during deployment all across the country. Undoubtedly, this victory also reflects great credit on the firm resolve of our national leadership. Alongside well-executed tri-service synergy under full support of Field Marshal Sayyid Asim Munir. While celebrating this success with humility, we singularly remain focused on preparing hard for the future challenges. To uphold the national pride, if our sovereignty is challenged, ever engaged. On this historic occasion, I must make a special mention of our Shahada. Indeed, we are indebted to their supreme sacrifice, matchless contributions, and selfless devotion, which will always be remembered with great admiration. No doubt, they are alive in our hearts and will continue to shine in the glorious history of Pakistan Air Force. Maarka-e-Haq has renowned our ancestral spirit of sacrifice, and inshallah, Pakistan Air Force will live up to the expectation of Pakistan's brave and resilient people. I assure that Pakistan Air Force will always remain a symbol of pride for this great nation. May Allah Almighty guide our endeavor to be the enduring guardian of Pakistan. Pakistan Air Force, Zindabad, Pakistan, Paindabad.
मुअज़्ज़िज़ ख़वातीन और हज़रात, अब आपके सामने मिली नग़मे पेश करने के लिए आ रहे हैं हाफ़िज़ा रोशान रसूल और फ़्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट तैमूर ज़फ़र। उनके साथ होंगे फ़िज़ाइया स्कूल्स एंड कॉलेजेस के तलबा और तालिबात।
सोनी धरती अल्लाह रखे, तेरा हर एक ज़र्रा हमको अपनी जान से प्यारा, तेरा हर एक ज़र्रा हमको अपनी जान से प्यारा, तेरे दम से शान हमारी, तुझसे नाम हमारा, जब तक है ये दुनिया बाकी हम देखे आज़ाद, हम देखे आज़ाद, तुझे हम देखे आज़ाद। सोनी दर्दी अल्लाह रखे, कदम कदम आबाद, कदम कदम आबाद, तुझे कदम कदम आबाद। सोनी धरती अल्लाह रखे।
ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन, ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन, पाक वतन, पाक वतन, ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन। तुझसे है मेरी तमन्नाओं की दुनिया पुरनूर, तुझसे है मेरी तमन्नाओं की दुनिया पुरनूर, अज़्म मेरा कभी मेरे इरादे हैं ग़य्यूर, मेरी हस्ती में आना है, मेरी मस्ती में शाऊर, जहाँ फ़िज़ा मेरा तख़य्युल है तो शीरीं है सुफ़न, ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन, पाक वतन, पाक वतन, ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन। मेरा दिल तेरी मोहब्बत का है, जान बख्श दिया, मेरा दिल तेरी मोहब्बत का है, जान बख्श दिया, मेरा सीना तेरी हुर्मत का है, संगीन पिसा, मेरे महबूब वतन तुझ पे अगर जान हो निसार, मैं ये समझूंगा ठिकाने लगा सरमाया तम, ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन, पाक वतन, पाक वतन, ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ वतन प्यारे वतन।
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Babar Sidhu, Nishan-e-Imtiaz military Hilal-e-Jurrat is the highest decorated war hero for Maarka-e-Haq. He planned and executed PF's air campaign by leading from the front. In recognition of his exceptional national services, Government of Pakistan has awarded Hilal-e-Jurrat for exercising visionary leadership, unwavering resolve, and operational acumen that remained pivotal to the resounding success of PAF during Maarka-e-Haq Bunyanum Marsus. As a token of gratitude from all ranks of Pakistan Air Force, Vice Chief of the Air Staff would present a memento to Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmad Babar Sidhu, Nishan-e-Imtiaz military Hilal-e-Jurrat, Chief of the Air Staff, Pakistan Air Force, for his strategic farsightedness and charismatic leadership during the testing times. With this, we come to the conclusion of today's ceremony.
मार्का-ए-हक का एक साल मुकम्मल, पाक फ़ज़ाइया को ख़िराज तहसीन पेश करने के लिए एयर हेडक्वार्टर इस्लामाबाद में अहम तक़रीब जारी है। पाक फ़ज़ाइया ने भारत के एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम को शदीद नुकसान पहुँचाया है। चीफ की जानिब से कहा गया, पाक फ़ज़ाइया ने दुश्मन को दंदान शिकस्त देते हुए अहम किरदार अदा किया। कौमी दिफा में पाक फ़ज़ाइया का किरदार तारीख़ी है। चीफ की जानिब से कहा गया कि श्रीनगर से बठिंडा तक पाक फ़ज़ाइया ने दुश्मन को सबक सिखाया। इस्लामाबाद मार्का-ए-हक की कामयाबी का एक साल मुकम्मल होने पर एयर हेडक्वार्टर्स में तक़रीब जारी है और आप बराह रास्त देख रहे थे। और यहाँ शामिल करेंगे न्यूज़ हेडलाइंस। मार्का-ए-हक को एक साल मुकम्मल, हक की फतह, दुश्मन को शिकस्त फाश। मार्का-ए-हक के हवाले से एयर हेडक्वार्टर में खुसूसी तकरीब एयर